Alright guys, Dr. Bo again with another video on the processing API that I'm working on. And I'm going to be demonstrating another example of a very simple game made with this API. And it's going to be a little different than what I showed you before with Pong because it's going to be more of an interactive game with the player. So I used a lot of 2D game examples in my videos before. But what I failed to mention was that with this integration into Bucket, you can actually make all kinds of fun sort of mini games per se that can involve like player movement, for example. So I'm going to go ahead and show you an example of this. So let's go ahead and create a horizontal screen. Note this is a plugin I made using this API called Craftimation. I'm going to do animate once. Alright, so there's our horizontal screen. And what I'm going to play is a game that I just made off the top of my head that I decided to test out called Don't Touch the Adminium. And how this is going to work is when I start this game, the adminium is going to bounce around this screen, and if I touch the adminium, I die. And I imagine if you had a group of friends, this could actually be somewhat entertaining to do, and it's really, really simple using this API. So, just go ahead and show you what's going on here. Let's do animate full. We're going to do 20 FPS, the hardest difficulty mode on here. Alright, so we have the adminium bouncing around, and we're just going to try and dodge it. And obviously it's not going to be too difficult right now as the adminium is kind of small, and there's only one of it on there. But just to show you that it works, if I touch it, which is actually harder to do than dodge, I die. You were touched by the adminium. So respawn. And just to show you that this is not producing any heavy lag right now. Of course, I don't know how this will work on a live server, but that's for you guys to find out. Alright, so we've got back to our board. Our board's been regenerated. Drop down, we can play it again. It still runs. Just the same, drop it, and if I get touched, I die. Pretty simple. It really is harder to get hit by it than it is to, There we go. Oh, no. Alright, I guess this game should be called Get Hit by the Adminium. There we go. There we go. So yeah, that just sort of gives you an example of a game that could be made that doesn't have to necessarily be a 2D screen game, but more of a game that's, involves people trying to dodge an object that moves around on the floor. So go ahead and do end to end the game. And as you can see now, the adminium doesn't kill me if I step on it. So that's it for this demonstration.